The great John Oates, good morning.
Good morning, Frankie. What's up?
Everybody in Northeast Pennsylvania just loves you. It's great to hear from you in the middle of all this craziness.
Yeah, man. Well, it's great to be talking to you. Trying to keep the music alive.
That's what you're doing, exactly. Because first of all, how are you guys doing? Everybody safe? Everybody well?
Oh yeah, my family's doing all right. My son had a little bout with it. He's 24 years old. He lives down near Washington D.C. and he had a little bout with it, but he came through. And so yeah, we're just kind of maintaining.
And I would assume that this summer you and Daryl would have been out touring because you're always touring, right?
We would have been out right now. I mean, as we speak, we still would have been on tour. And this thing, when it got canceled in February, when the Hall & Oates tour got canceled in February, I had recorded this live album with my Nashville band, the Good Road Band, on January 9th. And, I recorded it because I wanted to have a recording of this band because we were playing really well and the band was tight and hot. And I thought, I'm going to be on the road with Daryl all year and might as well, get this thing in the can, so to speak. And then, of course, the Hall & Oates tour got canceled. And then I said, wait a minute, I got this great live recording. I got to put it out. And that's how it happened.
John Oates and the Good Road Band live in Nashville is available starting today. I am so glad to talk to you about this album because I spent the last couple days listening to it. John, this is so good and this is such important music, and I know it influenced you. That's kind of why you wanted to do these songs, right?
Yeah, a lot of people, they know me from my Hall & Oates career, of course, but they don't realize that, I had 10 years of guitar playing and, being a musician before I even met Daryl Hall. And that was when I dug deep into the folk music, the blues, American roots music. And it's always been part of my musical DNA. And over the years, and when I finally moved to Nashville about 10 years ago, I started meeting guys who had the same roots and the same influences. And all of a sudden, I put this band together, and these guys just really elevated this music to another level.
These songs and these artists, I especially think of John Lee Hooker, you, Bruce Springsteen, Van Morrison, Keith Richards, you all talk about these guys and these songs with such reverential tone because they were so important, weren't they?
Well, absolutely. This is where American popular music started. The music that came out of the Deep South in particular, it just really is the basis. And I think there's a younger generation who probably thinks American popular music started with rock and roll, but it didn't. I mean, there's a song that I did called Anytime that was released in 1923. It sold 1 million copies of a record. Think about it. I mean, what's a pop song? If you can hear it on the radio and buy it on a record, and so these songs really they were hugely popular, and I wanted to shine a light on this little known time in American music that is really the beginnings of it all.
You have shined a great light on it all. John Oates joins us. The new album, John Oates and the Good Road Band, live in Nashville, is available today. First of all, we all need live music, so it was great to hear this with a crowd behind you,
Hey, and you know what? It is a true live album. We recorded it in a little venue called the Station Inn, and it's a really special, legendary music venue in Nashville. And there is not anything artificial on this record. We did not fix or repair or overdub or change anything. It's exactly the way the band played it that night. So, I'm really proud of it. And, of course, these guys are such great, great musicians.
Yeah, the music is unbelievable. Maybe some people nowadays are used to hearing music kind of done in the studio. These guys are really doing it, and boy, do you all do it well.
Yeah, we got a synergy. We got a vibe together. That's it only comes together when a band has been playing for a while, and that's what you get on this record.
You can tell. Can you tell the story of why Don Gibson's song "Oh Lonesome Me" is on this album? Because that's my favorite on the whole album.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the first songs that I ever, when I was just learning to play the guitar, I guess I was about 9 years old, that song was a hit. And I was just getting to the point where I was good enough on guitar to accompany myself. So I learned that song. And so over the years, I've always known it, but I never really played it very often. And then about 6 years ago, I was booked into a place called the Don Gibson Theater in Shelbyville, North Carolina, which is where he was from. And I went to the Nashville airport to fly over there that day and sit next to a nice older lady, and she was on her cell phone, and she's saying, hey, I'm going to go see John Oates at the show tonight, and I'm like sitting right next to her, and I thought it was kind of funny. So after she got off the phone, I introduced myself, and she said, she goes, such a pleasure to meet you. She goes, I'm Mrs. Bobby Gibson, and it was his widow, who I was sitting next to. And so she said, will you play Oh Lonesome Me tonight at the show? And I said, yeah. So that night I walked out there, and the first song I played was Oh Lonesome Me while she was sitting right in front of me. So, I mean, it was just this incredible, magic moment. And so I said, you know what, I got to put this on the album. And then I got to play it at the famous Ryman Theater at the Grand Ole Opry as well. So it's just, and of course the band crushes it.
What a great story, I'll tell you. John Oates and the Good Road Band live in Nashville, available now. And talk to us, people who don't know about Nashville, because everybody who's a songwriter either goes there or wants to go there, right?
Hey, they don't call it Music City for nothing. It's the truth. It's you've got everything. I mean, I go to the local coffee shop, where the recording studios are, and I'll run into guys from heavy metal bands and pop singers, R&B, blues. It's not just country music. Everybody who's anybody in music lives or works in Nashville.
That is just so cool. I kind of picture that. Like you get up, you go for the newspaper or coffee, and you're surrounded by all this talent in one place. It must be so neat.
Oh, yeah. You can run into people all the time. It's amazing.
Wow, I love it. John Oates joins us this morning. JohnOates.com is the website where you can get everything about John. And how about your memoir, too? You're the man. Look at you conquering every field here, John.
Well, I'm working on this movie called Gringa, which is a really cool movie a friend of mine directed, and he asked me to write some songs for it. And I did a collaboration with a female singer from Mexico City named Jimena Sariana, and I got to sing in Spanish for the first time. So I've been kind of dipping my toe in all sorts of interesting projects.
It's really, really cool to have that much talent in so many different fields. I love it. And I invite everyone to get this album because it is so good. It'll give you a little education, and it's going to make you feel so many different things. That's what I thought listening to it. You kind of have some of the sad stuff, some of the up-tempo stuff, some of the longing for home that's in there, too. It's really excellent.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate you spreading the word on it, man.
John Oates and the Good Road Band live in Nashville is available today. Don't miss out. And I know one of these days you'll be back here in Northeast PA touring with Daryl. We all love those shows.
Oh, no doubt about it. We always come back.
I love it. Let's get this COVID out of our hair so we can have some fun, okay?
Right on.
John Oates, thank you so much, man. God bless you.
All the best to you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.